come on. I'll try to remain calm here. You think sitting there and holding up little signs or having a committee meeting and deciding you're going to wear pink dresses to Donald Trump's joint session of Congress address are helpful? Or do you think they make you look weak? Because right now, that's what happens. People, look at Democrats in Washington. They think they don't have any answers for this. And so, I wrote a long thread on Blue Sky about this. If you want to see it, I'll go and I'll put it up on Substack too. When Donald Trump ran, he didn't care about left or right. In fact, he's got a bunch of people who are former Democrats in his cast. He didn't care about that. What he cared about was strength versus weakness. Okay. Democrats think we're still having the old discussion, but Democrats are portraying weakness. They need to find strong leaders. This is not, by the way, the chance for the centrists to say, yeah, get rid of the progressives. 70% of Americans believe in what is a progressive agenda. That means fair taxes. It means protecting the environment. It means, education reform. It means responsible gun control policy. Look these things up. It's not just me saying 65, 70, 80, 90% of Americans agree on these things. That is what we would have called a progressive agenda. That is not something that we should ignore. That means that the Democratic agenda is actually supported by these people. The key is, how do you get people out to vote? And the way you get them out to vote is you get candidates who speak to people at their local level and explain the threat of the other side and explain that there is a positive agenda for the Democrats, but that also have the ability to say, look, the house is on fire. We've got to do whatever it takes to stop these people. They're trying to destroy our democracy, destroy our country, destroy our allies, strengthen our enemies. This is a critical situation. This is not the time to target one another. There are great progressive voices and strong centrist voices that need to be out there, and some will win in some places and some will win in other places. But it is time to say that if you are not strong, if you are not going to take approaches that have a sense of urgency to them, you got to step aside. And if you're not willing to step aside, we will find a way to push you to the side. Republicans have no problem primarying people who do not support their agenda. Democrats have got to do the same thing. Primary the weak. This is time to get to a new kind of leadership for a new kind of an era. And we've got to act quickly, because if we don't, and we lose in the midterms, or we don't even get to have midterms, we're going to have MAGA around for decades and decades, because they're going to make their reelection assured and our democracy dysfunctional. That's what's important. Pink dresses do not save democracy. Tiny little signs do not save democracy. I got to say, Representative Al Green of Texas, who stood up at age 78 and said, "You do not have a mandate," and was escorted from the chamber, was the only one who did anything that stopped Trump, that stopped the sort of avalanche of lies, that made people take notice. He stood up and he told the truth. And there is in that a very simple lesson. We've all got to stand up in our communities, wherever we have a platform, and we've all got to tell the truth, because the truth is actually the biggest tool that we've got against the lies and against the terrible performance and the terrible consequences of what they are promoting. Anyway, that's my sermonette for today.